Hello, welcome to Cosmic Love Tarot. Sorry I do look a bit of a mess. I have been to work and it was a last minute decision to do another reading for you because it's new for me to be on YouTube, especially face on, and also I did say at the very beginning that I will try and stay consistent with my videos, which can be extremely difficult because I work in the day. And but today I was working from home, and yeah, so I decided, I'll do a reading because I kind of felt a little bit guilty because I didn't do one yesterday, and I'm sure you're going to be all okay with that, but it's something that I've waited absolutely years to get to the point that for me to step out of my comfort zone and to do a reading for you. And I need to stick it out. I need to face my own insecurities. I need to face my own, I was going to say demons, and yeah, maybe that's what it is, of feeling critical, self-critical. If anything here, that whatever I'm saying is representing you, because I'm part of that collective. So, you know, whatever I'm saying, if it resonates with you, it's also for you. So yeah, so I can be quite self-critical, and even when I want to play back my videos, it's a bit like, ugh, you know. But I've just got to trust it. I've just got to trust that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to feel these feelings, because when you spend more of a lifetime of constantly being put down and belittled and undervalued and not heard and not seen, and you really go into your own shell and you process the experience that you've had to experience or endure, and you have to heal wounds. Once you've healed all of your traumas, all of your past betrayals and letdowns, and you've ended up back to square one, where you didn't want to be, it teaches you to, or it puts you in a place of isolation, but you don't know when to come out of that isolation. You don't know when to come out and be authentic. You don't know when to come out and be real with yourself, to trust that your journey was challenging, but there was a purpose, and you know that you're playing a really valid part in the collective to help, to support, to see others who are struggling, and to also listen to their stories. And that's why I absolutely love your messages, because it's very inspiring for me, because I'm part of that. I've been there. I know the feeling. I know the isolation. I know the pain. I know the heartbreak to it. And we're all caught up in it at some point. So I just feel like I need to say that. So prior to me making a decision to do a reading, I really thought I was going to go one particular way. There was something that kept coming to me. Maybe that will come out. But the moment I sat down in my little space, my sacred space, I thought I'd do a pre-shuffle. And the cards that came out, some of the cards are the same cards that came out in the last reading. And if you're following me, you will find that a lot of my readings, because I work with energy, it's about still being on that same energy, but you'll get another interpretation of maybe another, because it feels like it veers off in this energy. So while I may be focusing on you, if it resonated with you with my last reading, there might be something within the next reading where it might be from another perspective, from that particular person, where they were at. That's the way I work. So I never know where I'm going until my spirit guides lead me to something that I need to do a reading on. And so yeah, so some of the cards are very, very similar to the last reading, but it's still different. So it's giving me a different perspective, okay? So, okay, so I'm going to, like I said, I've already pre-shuffled anyway, so I've got the energy for the collective. But underneath the deck, it says staying stuck, okay? Staying stuck. You keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. Which is interesting because, like I said, it goes back to the last reading where it was to do with a mask, wearing a mask and not being true to how you really feel. And that's why I'm picking up the same kind of energy. Okay, so before I start, I just want to, even donging my bowl is really pissing me off, actually. I don't even know why I keep on getting stuck by saying it. Because when you work by yourself, you just do it anyway. But when you're speaking about what you're doing or what you're feeling, it's quite difficult for me, because how do you keep on putting words into a feeling? And maybe this is what this is about, is putting a word to a feeling. That's interesting. How do you express, how you really feel? How do you express your inner world to somebody that's not actually stepped into it, or because they haven't stepped into it themselves? So how could they relate to your experience? How could they relate to your feelings? How could they understand your thoughts or your actions? That's interesting. I didn't know that was going to come out, but it resonates with these cards. So yeah, so I was kind of like pissing myself off really by when I watch myself do a reading, you know, just to see and be critical. That's the way it goes. And I was peeing myself off by saying, I just dong my bowl. I don't even know why I was saying it. Why don't I just do it? So it's something I'm learning. I'm learning about myself. I'm learning about things that it's not necessary to say, or just do it, or whatever it might be. But we're all learning. And that's what life is about. We just learn. We're learning, always learning. So I need to clear the energies. I feel that this is going to be my start of my readings from now on, because I feel that that frequency gives me that really nice vibration to tap into your reading. Okay, so here we go. Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll start the reading then. So like I said, underneath that deck is staying stuck. You keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. Okay, I really feel it's all about thoughts. Something that you think and overthink. It's like over analysing and then analysing what you've already analysed. Okay, and they're untold truths. There's no facts in this. There's no real truths in it. It's imaginary fear, imaginary monster that keeps on creeping up. It's like having the devil on your shoulder and go and laughing and saying, you're shit, you're shit, you're useless, nobody's going to love you, nobody wants you, they're just staying with you because they feel sorry for you. That's the energy I'm picking up. So the first card that came out is Untrue Stories. You tell yourself bad things, change your story and see the good that can happen. Okay, so the untrue stories, what are the untrue stories? It's the self-critic, the self-critical self. They're not facts, they're not the truth, but you feed yourself something that's never been fed to you. There's something that you created within yourself of how you believe that other people see you, okay? Because of that self-critical thought within yourself, when somebody likes you, the energy I'm picking up from that, when somebody likes you, a friend or a possible relationship, it feels to me that you are over the moon. You are really excited about, wow, they like me, you know. You don't know why they like you, because you're self-critical. So you don't know what's likable about you. You don't even know what they say about you, because you're critical of yourself. And because of that, it feels to me that you get too attached to somebody too quickly. You don't get to know them because you don't get to know yourself. This is where it's kind of coming into, the energy is going into the last reading, okay? So you don't realise that you attach yourself really quickly to that relationship. And you start, the energy that I'm picking up, it feels as if that person has inspired you in some way, or you like something about that person, you put them straight up on a pedestal. So they become that pedestal and you become there. And you're just so grateful that that person likes you. That's the energy I'm picking up for you. Now, it could be you, or it could be another person that's in your life that this will resonate with, okay? You could be the person that is with somebody that feels that way and put you up on a pedestal, or it's the other way around and you there and you put people up on a pedestal. I know that I've been on both. I know that I have, and I've learnt my lessons from it and why I did it and what the outcome happened from it. But that's my experience, and that was my lesson that I needed to learn. But it's the same kind of energy. And the energy that I'm picking up, because you become so attached to that person, when you're away from that person, you feel lost. You feel that you haven't got your mirror. That's the energy I'm picking up. You haven't got that person in your life to inspire you. You haven't got that person in your life to bring life to you. It feels as if, it feels to me that you see yourself as boring. Even though you're knowledgeable, you've learned a lot, you're very intelligent, but there's something within you that thinks that you're not worthy. Oh, that's why you're so intelligent, because you think but you overthink to the point that you're self-critical. So when you attach yourself to somebody and you really like them, you put them straight onto a pedestal. And what it's showing me, this next card is showing me that you don't give that person room to breathe. You're stifling. Now, it could be you or your person, okay? Because I can only work with the energy. It could be your person, so it becomes stifling. I just picked up straight away very strongly, it's the person, the other person. They become stifling. They want to be with you all the time. They want to interact all the time. They want to know what you're doing. They're constantly bombarding you with text messages, phone calls, what you're doing, or have a good day, or it was all nice at first, but it feels like it's overpowering. It's an overpowering energy. And because it's an overpowering energy, it feels like love cannot flow naturally. It's like, you know, when you hear that saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. There's no absence. So the energy of love cannot flow. You can't miss that person if that person never leaves your side. You can't talk about your day because they've always been with you in your day. They've always been, you've always shared a part of your every moment with them, that there's nothing to share. It's just, it's stifling. It's overbearing. That's the energy that I'm picking up in here. Okay. Now, this person in question, or like I said, it could be you. This person in question just wants to rush. They're just, it's like, this is what it feels like. That. It's like rush into it straight away. I want us to live together. I want us to get a home together. I want us to have a family. I want to get married, and I want to do this and I want to do that. And it's like, whoa, we're only having a cup of coffee. You know, it's like one of those, even if you like them, it's overbearing energy. And we will find out who this is, and we will find out why that's happening. And we will find out also why you are, if this is you here, where they've put you on that pedestal, why you attracting this. How do you find this balance? This is what it's about, really. It's about balance. It's about, they see the confidence in you, even though you see the confidence in them and their potential, but they don't see it themselves, but they see it in you. But it could be also vice versa. I don't mean to confuse this. So, okay, so the song, right? Okay, the card here, it's got rushing in. Okay, it's as if, like, you know, you're running out of time. You're running out of time. If you don't hurry up, you're not going to have kids, or if you don't hurry up, you're not going to get married. You're not going to be in a relationship. You're not going to have children. You're not going to start a family. I need to hurry up. I need to get things moving. I need to get into a relationship, and I want to, this is the right person for me. And it really goes back to that last reading where you're not really looking at yourself, and that's when you're rushing into a relationship, and then you think, we're not even compatible. Okay? So I'm giving you the energy of why that happened. That's the energy I'm picking up now. So it's got here, it's got, you can't hurry, love. The right one is coming in perfect divine timing. Just because you've met somebody, or vice versa, they've met you, and they're inspired by you, or you're inspired by them, and so this rush happens, and before you know it, you're caught up in a situation. This is the card from the last one. Not compatible. Because you're not compatible. Because you're rushing in. Okay? Now, the song that I got with this card, it did come to me in my last reading, but I didn't do anything about it. I just sang the song. And now it came to me as soon as it came out again. And these cards have been shuffled. They've been split. They've been shuffled quite a lot. And 2 cards came out from the last reading. 2 cards. Okay? And on this table right now, I have got 8 cards. 2 of them came out. And all the rest of the cards around those 2 particular cards is giving me a different interpretation to the last reading. Okay, so the other card that came out was about rushing into a relationship. And you can't hurry, love. So now that reminded me of Phil Collins' song, You Can't Hurry Love. I was going to sing it. I was going to get it up on here. But I think the song is something about you can't hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. Love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. Okay, give and take. And it feels there's no give and take because it's not compatible. You don't know how to give and take because you haven't really understood each other. That's the energy I'm picking up. So, okay. Okay. Now, when you go into a relationship, or in this particular relationship, and it does feel like it's about giving each other space, okay? It's giving each other space to still stay independent from this dependent relationship. The card that's clarifying that is about comparing. It's comparing the unfairness that you experienced from the past relationship. Because it feels as if it's rushed from one to another relationship. So you're comparing notes in your head of what hurt you in the past, what the mistakes was in the past, what you saw in the past, what you didn't see in the past, and it's all brought up into this relationship. So that's why it feels like a rush of something. Or maybe you were caught up in a rushed relationship and it caught you out. Before you knew it, you was going down deep into a relationship that you didn't originally plan. Okay, so the energy that's clarifying to attached in this relationship, you feel that you can't breathe, you haven't got no room in this relationship. Or it could be the other person, because they're comparing the past relationships and bringing it into this relationship. Okay. I didn't take much notice of this card, but I am right now. Too soon. You get too serious too soon. Get to know each other before committing suicide. Suicide? Why did I just say that? Before committing fully. Okay. Now this card is clarifying that card. This card came out yesterday. Well, the last reading. Okay. And that card says you believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally in your life. Okay. So it feels to me that this commitment is happening, but it feels rushed without really getting to know each other as well as yourself through the experience of the relationship. Comparing notes together of past relationships, maybe. Because what I'm seeing from this, it feels so negative, and I don't mean it like that, but maybe this is just the overall energy of what's going to be coming out for you. Okay, so about rushing love too soon, okay? Could be the Casanova, the player, you know. Maybe it was the Casanova, the player, and you put up on a pedestal. Thinking they're better than you. They're more than you. They're more interesting than you. But that was your self-critic. That's your mind believing that you're not worthy. You're not interested. Or interesting. You're not pretty. You're finding flaws and faults in yourself. I think that's where I'm going here. you got wow, I didn't think I was going there either. Your mind thinks that it's going somewhere, but it's not. Spirit knows exactly where I'm going, but I didn't know where I was going. Okay, this is what I'm picking up. I'm picking up like a Casanova, a romantic, a player energy. Very fast moving. It's picked its victim. You are the victim. What it says in the victim is this person's vulnerable because it's already sussed out your vulnerability without even getting to know you. Possibly found out details about you before they made their move. And before you know it, you've already put them on their pedestal because you're there. Because you haven't got the confidence to believe that you're an equal. Wow, this really goes in with what I originally was going to do a reading for. This makes sense. So you've put them on a pedestal because you believe you're there. You're below them. You believe that you are not worthy. You believe that you're not as gorgeous as this person. You're not as talented as this person. You haven't lived life as much as this person. This person's so knowledgeable. And you've put them there. This person is a player. This person knows exactly where you're at. Okay? Okay. Now, this is going to coincide with, before I was going to do my reading, I was picking up an energy where this person tried to make out. I'm doing it like this because I'm talking about like a kind of status. Okay. This person believes that you are lucky that they picked you. Okay. This is what I picked up before I started my reading, and it's coinciding now with this. Now, what happened is this person, you, who didn't think you was as pretty, and why have they picked you when you had all your little vulnerabilities of and insecurities and critical self. Bit by bit, you started to see this person for who they are. And you started to see the cracks. You started to see the mask. You started to see that this person should be there. Okay? Now, you are seeing something in this person that you've never seen before. You are starting to see this person who's got fuck all. This person is wearing a mask, pretending they are something they are not. Okay? They are acting out like on a stage of something, a character. You are starting to see this. This person believes that you are lucky that they picked you, right? You don't want them to be there. You want them to be there. You want them to be equal. Now, this person, because they are illusional or delusional on their stage, pretending they are a particular character, but they're not. Believing they're there. So they are now, once they've got you, because it's that rushing, I will marry you, we will have a family, we'll be happy ever after. They believe they're there. Now you're the wife or the husband or whatever, doing exactly what they want or expect you to do. And they expect that you will do it because you have put them on a pedestal. Okay, it's the only way I can describe this, because I can see it and I need to describe it, what I see. Now, in this relationship, now you may have broken up on this relationship because I'm seeing the card, no good ones. There is someone out there for you, Don't let this false belief make you miss out. Okay, it's like you're walking away from this relationship, or you've walked away from this relationship, because what I'm picked up prior to me deciding to do this reading, this person who believes that they are higher than you, who believes they are better than you, and you are an underdog to them, but they chose you because they romanced you, they caught you at your vulnerabilist, right? As you're getting stronger, it goes like that. And then it starts going like this with the energy. And you're starting to see the truth of this person. This person knows that you are seeing them for the truth. The mask is now falling. So this person now wants to up the tactic and move its way up with manipulation. Manipulation, abuse, because that was in the last reading. Abuse. It feels like they just want to traumatize you to put you there, because you put yourself there anyway originally, but now they have to try and put you there and keep you there. But something within you, you were learning about you through seeing this person there. You wanted to improve yourself, and you was improving yourself. You were loving yourself through the relationship, to the point that you started to recognize this person is actually not compatible to me. This person is using me. This person is abusing me. This person is taking money from me, stealing from me, lying about me, cheating on me. So why did I put myself there? I'm actually there. I'm there. This person now is trying to make their way back up, because they know that the mask is falling off. This is amazing. I've never done this before. So this is the only way. These are my messages, but it's the only way I can describe it. And I'm seeing this person can see now that you are starting to see this person. So they're going to up the tactics and manipulation and whatever else goes on, and tell you, because you're at the point now of leaving, tell you that you are so lucky that they picked you. You are lucky that they picked you. For the first time in your life, you stood up, or you will stand up, and you will say, no, you're lucky that I picked you. End of. That's the energy I'm picking up. Because that's the lesson that God wanted you to know, that you was worthy. And that coincides again with the last reading. Your soulmate is on the horizon, and they will see the best in you. They will treat you as an equal, because you are seeing yourself and attracting an equal, not the incompatible, not compatible people, the broken people. But it took that many knockbacks. Yeah, it feels knockbacks. Knockbacks from the past prior to the relationship. Something within you started to, it's like seeing the light of, hold on a minute, I'm not that bad. Or maybe you were learning a lot more about yourself. That you were actually realising that you are talented, you are knowledgeable, you are beautiful. People do like you, you do shine. You are an happy person. You do care about people. You are compassionate. You do share. You are loving. You are creative. That was the gift. That was God's gift for you to see who you are. Not for that person. Not that person doesn't, he doesn't or she doesn't even belong on a pedestal. They built their own pedestal and made you believe that they deserve to be on that pedestal. And you deserve to be thankful that they chose you. No, they should have been thankful that you let them. You let them choose you. Because at the end you realise that you were well worthy. In fact, that person was just a complete waste of space. It's the energy I'm picking up for this reading, okay? So, I don't think I need that one. I feel that I need to, let's go here first. Because I feel that this is for your energy of who you are, or who you discovered, who you are. You're awakening. Realise your growth and changes and embrace your awakening through the experience. Your soulful presence is felt. My nose is itchy, so spirit is around and I know it. Own your path. Take responsibility for your own journey, making the choices that you align with your true self and purpose. Okay? You are stepping onto your true path, and that is the breakthrough. Overcoming obstacles and move beyond your limitations. Embrace new growth. Vitality. Reignite your energy and embrace new beginnings with enthusiasm. It's not the love of a person, it's the love of life. Because transformation is happening for you. Owning your path reminds me of the last reading where it's to do with the path. Look at the rainbow above. Looks like a rainbow, but it hasn't got all the colours of the rainbow. Kind of feels like, the energy I'm picking up from this card, it kind of feels like seeing two worlds all in one. That's what the awakening and the awakening and the breakthrough. The awakening and the breakthrough is about seeing two worlds all in one, the inner and outer. That's what the awakening is. Transforming, transitioning into the new you for the sole purpose of what you are meant to be doing. Okay, underneath that deck is healing. You're healing the heart. Heal by confronting and addressing past wounds. My last reading, it was about, I think it was forgiveness of the past. Forgiveness of the past wounding. That always kept you in that rescuer, enabler. Always giving, giving, giving. People always taking, taking, taking. And you even had the ability to put people on pedestals because you saw the potential. But you was abused by that. acknowledgement, as if that person that you put upon that pedestal was better than you. They believe they were better than you. Well, no, they wasn't better than you at all. Not at all. But when you woke up, it was, no, you should be thankful that I chose you, because I've done everything for you. You've had a good life with me. You've had a good life with me. I took care of you. You know, it's reminding me actually of my situation. I can remember in one of my relationships, so I don't need to name names, but well, I've done it in all of my relationships. But when you nurture and you care and you support your partner and you make sure that they're fit, they're healthy, they're taking care of themselves because you're looking after them. They're looking good. They're dressing good, fresh, clean. And then they treat you like shit. Or they abuse you in many ways, cheat on you, or whatever. But you're the one that's feeding all of this energy, putting all of your love into that person, for that person to turn on you. That makes you question, why did that happen? And that kind of coincides with another kind of download that I got before my reading, where I was talking about that, because I was picking up that. But I was also picking up on, it's like when you are helping someone, you are giving advice to someone, supporting someone, healing someone. Maybe doing a free tarot card reading with somebody, or giving Reiki to somebody. It could be absolutely anything. Whatever it is that you are doing freely to someone. Not saying that it's all about money, but it is your time, your energy, and it's your love, and it's your compassion, and you're helping somebody because you want to help somebody. And then the person you're helping believes all of a sudden that they're better than you. They know more than you, and then they turn on you. And it's like it feels like you've always questioned that. Why is it that when I help people, that I get crucified for it, or I'm persecuted for it, or they turn on me, or they treat me in a certain way that's very disrespectful, dishonouring my own inner healing happened from my own heartbreak. And I'm giving this information out, I'm helping. So why do they turn on me? It's not about you. It was never about you. It's about them. People turn on you because they're envious, they're jealous. But are they able to ever step into your shoes? Are they ever able to experience what you've experienced? That's the energy I'm picking up. And you always thought that you're not worthy, when you was always worthy. You was always worthy. Very, it's like when I think about my own life, okay, so if I've been homeless 3 times. I haven't been on the streets, but I've been sofa surfing. It has happened to me. That I have got a lot of compassion towards people that is at that point of homelessness. I've got a lot of compassion towards it. Prior to that ever happening to me, I would feel sorry for them, but I'd never understand the compassionate side to it. I would never know what it really feels like to lose everything. I'd never feel that. I would never know that. But because it happened to me, I do. I've gone through losses. I've gone through betrayals. I've gone through all different types of abuse, mental, emotional, physical abuse. And I work with people with addictions. And it brought me massive insights to unconditional acceptance of a person and where they're at. But I've also learned about unconditional love of self through my experience. And people along the way who you either teach or you help or you heal, they're still stuck, but they're still also want to be you, but they've never walked in your shoes. They wouldn't dare to walk into your shoes, and they haven't got the ability to be respectful of your own journey. They just want to rush. They just want to rush into something. Rush. They just want to rush into, as if time's ticking, as if time's going to run out if that hasn't happened or that hasn't happened. And so they will take what they can take from you to enhance their speed, to get to where they want, to have what they want. And this is all the energy that's being around you, is other people taking on and siphoning your energy. And all you've ever done is give and doubt yourself through it, because you've never been seen, you've never been heard, you've never been understood. I hope this brings you some kind of clarity here, because it is very quite tense energy. And you felt very insecure by it, but also recognising your strengths. And I hope that this brings some kind of some kind of clarification or confirmation of God has a bigger plan for you. And it could be whatever insights that you've learned about yourself through the experiences of betrayals. But understanding that, maybe understanding addictions, maybe understanding, I haven't had addictions, but of course I've dabbled in drugs. I mean, that's all part of our culture. I'm not promoting it whatsoever, but I've been in relationships where it's been addictions, and I've always been the rescuer, the enabler. I've always been the one that's ended up homeless through it, not through my doing. And they're lessons, you learn lessons all the time. And there's always a bigger calling for it. So the work that I do now, I work with people in recovery, because everybody deserves to find their own happiness, and some people choose not to look. I'm at that point where I just accept, and that goes back to that reading. If people don't want to be rescued, don't rescue them. You know, you can't do nothing about it. If somebody doesn't want to be, you know, if somebody don't want to be healed, that's a choice. So, you know, we've all got choices. So I want to, okay, the cards that I've got here right now, it's about who are you? What are your abilities? What does God, what does the divine want you to do? What are your abilities? What are you contributing in your purpose? Okay, you're being called to explore, throwing the dice for spell casting and division. You could be, okay, well, I'm picking up from here. You could be a tarot card reader, but you could also be where you're really tapping into the esoteric, I'm picking up. Ruins. You're being pulled to explore the ancient Norse method of divination. I can't say that. adaptation. I haven't said that right, I don't think I have. Using their alphabet to assist higher guidance and to see into the future. There's only one ruin that I always remember, and it's where there's a way, there's will. That's always stuck in my head. Where there's a way, there's will, and there's a ruin that actually tells you that, because that always was very significant for my own life, my own story, that through our own will to learn our lessons and keep moving forward, we'll always find a way. And that's what that ruin always represented. Where there's a way, there's will. Okay, or where there's a will, there's way. Okay, so you could be also into that. Okay, you're also being explored, or you're being called to explore and write it. And that will provide insights and clarity, and to understand one's thoughts, and to bring healing and growth. So your spirit guides is asking you to journal, start writing things down. That was also belonging to the last reading about journaling. I am enough. Energy, blockage, release. In the last reading, it was blockages about sweeping out, clearing out energy. This is energy, blockage, release. This goes right back. This is like birthing. Not only birthing new beginning, this is also to do with what I'm picking up from here. Okay, this is what I'm picking up. We pick up feelings. I've questioned my groups that I do. What came first, a feeling or a thought? And it is a feeling. A feeling will come first, but as a child, you don't understand that feeling. So you will make that feeling fit with whatever your mind can see and perceive. Now, when a baby, as a fetus, is in the mother, if the mother is feeling anxious or whatever it might be, you feel that. The baby feels that and bring it into the world. My feeling, I really went back really down deep with my stuff. And it didn't dawn, I went through tons and tons of healing. And it goes right the way back to the birth, or while I was still in my mother's belly. And it wasn't until, I don't know, maybe I was about 16, I think, something like that. My mum always used to say to me, I didn't plan to have you. I didn't want you. Because she'd already had 3 kids. And back in them days, I'm born in the 60s. So back in them days, it was, money was tight and big families was being reduced, really. So I'm a family of 5. Now, with that alone, if I wasn't planned, I wasn't wanted, that emotion, that feeling was put into me. So when I'm born now into this feeling of not being wanted, it's very deep stilled into the unconscious, and it's going to play a part throughout your life. That was mine, that I wasn't wanted. I play a part also with this reading, because I'm part of the collective. And so for me, I wasn't wanted. It was a very deep undercurrent to everything that I did throughout my life, of overcompensating, of being needed, I suppose, or being wanted. So I overcompensated. And also being sensitive and caring, I enabled and rescued. And this could be you too. And it's about really, because Spirit is asking you, it's being called to explore the ability to locate identify and move stagnant or stuck energies within the body to heal pain and illness. Now, this reminds me of the card that I pulled the last reading, where it was about forgiveness of the past. The forgiveness of the past, I felt with that card, was very much family related. Parents. I mean, my parents wasn't bad anyway, but it was just, we're caught up in this trap, this matrix trap of, you know, we can't afford another child, or it could be anything, but all that fear, all that worry. That's interesting. Okay. It's there. We start right from the very beginning to carry this feeling, because it's all part of the matrix anyway. They just consume us with stress, consume us with worry, and, you know, and it carries on over and over again, lifetime after lifetime. So to understand this deep blockage that's been carried forward over and over and over again, the divine, it's like the divine spark, the divine wants you to access this information to see where it originally stemmed from. And it's all based on fear. A fear of not being wanted, a fear of struggling, a fear of not being able to cope, a fear of not having a home maybe for the child. It could be absolute, or fear of not being in a relationship. It could be absolutely anything. But we come in with this fear that wasn't even ours to hold on to. And again, that belongs to the last reading of carrying burdens that doesn't even belong to you. I don't even know if I veered off actually from where I thought I was going, and I've gone into something else. So that's the way it's meant to be then. That's the way energy works. It's not, it's fluent. It's, you just got to go with the ebbs and the flows of the energy. And that's exactly what's happening. Clairaudience could also be something for you. You're being called to explore the words and the sounds that you're hearing. That's interesting, because I've just been talking about that. Okay. You are being called to explore the words, the sounds that you're hearing, to deliver the messages from spirits and guides. Okay. You pick up the words that's being spoken. You can pick up words that your mom, while you was in the womb, when it speaks to you, you could. I've seen videos where the child is turned over when the mom is singing, or, you know, if they're happy feelings, when they're sad feelings, the baby can actually be quite stressed, and the birthing can be quite stressful. So think about that. Think about, because it's all part of the healing process of understanding the very beginning of this hidden depth of feeling. Because it wasn't yours to begin with. But you could have ended up acting out this feeling of this self-critic of, I'm not worthy, or I'm not wanted. Interesting. I'm really drawn to these, and I haven't got these out for a while, so they are always shuffled when they go in the box, but I'm just going to just split them, okay? And this is called What We've Forgotten. Now, I've got a feeling this is also going to give a more higher understanding, okay, from the divine of what I've just said, okay? And I will split them because I just love splitting them actually, but let's have a look. Star consciousness, okay? Is medicine, looking from a higher perspective. Offerings. Just move them up a little bit. Underneath the deck, divine order. Everything is happening in divine order. But there's also a process to this divine order, and it can only go step by step, depending how you want to go about it for deep healing. Because you are the alchemist, or you're aiming towards the alchemist, or you're already at that point of being the alchemist, to become your whole self complete. Releasing all past energies, because they wasn't yours to hold on to. I feel like it's like that states of wonder. States of wonder. Why am I thinking that? A state of wonder. I wonder if. I wonder when. I wonder if. I wonder when. Rushing. You can't rush. You can't rush, okay? It's the steps, bit by bit. And those steps of awareness, that awakening, happens at just the right time for you to understand another level of consciousness, another level of, maybe you're doing soul work, shadow work. And that connection can only happen when you recognize something in your 3D physical. It helps to access something that's going on in the shadow, and vice versa. It also helps you then to understand what's going on in the soul and what's going on in the spirit, because it's the alchemist and it's the soul self. So all of these lessons, everything that you've experienced and come into, it's like that final conclusion of who you are as a divine being. That you've been carrying all this baggage that didn't even belong to you anyway. I talk about in my job, I talk about the belief system, and I talk about when we're born, we're coming into this world pure in thought, pure in heart, and it becomes contaminated by belief systems, and we take on these belief systems as the truth. These belief systems have been passed to our parents and their beliefs, and their beliefs was passed on from their parents' belief, from whatever happened in the childhood. It's all about beliefs, and they wasn't even ours to begin with. So this old self is discovering a new belief, because this new belief belongs to the beginning of time. That's what I've been told is the beginning of time. I'm going to do an angel. It's 11:04 right now. 11:04. Why did I say 11:04? It's not. It's 01:04. That's not going to be in here. 4, 5. That's a 5. Don't know if it'll have a 5 in here. If it has a 5, I'm going to go for a 5 for this reading, okay? Got a feeling I'm going to find it. But it's right at the end. Got it. Okay, 5. Change, acceptance and growth, abundance, alignment, potential, and soul's calling. Change is happening and your task is to accept it. This transformation will bring you fortune and abundance, aligning you with your true soul's calling. You are realizing your potential. How can I fully embrace the changes happening in my life and trust that they are guiding me towards my true potential? So this is what you have to say to yourself. How can I fully embrace the changes happening in my life and to trust that they are guiding me towards my true potential? And I did mention it's all those little steps, and everything will happen in divine timing. So today, embrace a change in your life, big or small. Take a step towards aligning with your soul's true calling. Taking a step, a little step. And each step, you will learn something new about yourself. That everything that happened to you happened for you, not to you. Okay, now I'll finish this off now with the messages from the universe, because I just love them. And it kind of feels that it clarifies with what just came out. So let's go for a reading, a message from the universe. I will split the deck because I do like doing that. Unless it decides to just jump out and fall on the floor, but if it don't, I don't know. Yeah, split. Okay, I'm going to split. Okay, it says, your new chapter in your life is going to require new ways of seeing things and a new way of seeing yourself. You can't continue to see and interpret things with the same understanding that you have had up until now. No matter what you face or how you feel, see it all from a higher perspective. And that higher perspective is the Alchemist. Okay? Okay. Because I did split it in 2, and I do like reading the 2 actually. So what's this one say? No matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelating belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. The long road has a purpose. That reminds me of, I know that I've seen it because I remember saying, that reminds me of the long road. The long road has a purpose. And I did say that rainbow, even though it's not coloured, it reminded me of like 2 worlds. The long road has a purpose. You're stepping into 2 worlds. Reminds me of Temperance, 1 foot in each world. The inner, outer, upper. Like above, so below. What's within, so without. It's the energy I'm picking up. So I'll leave that there. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you so much for all your comments. It means so much. We're all in this cosmic pot together. We've all had experiences. I wouldn't be able to do my readings if I hadn't had the experiences that I've had. And I'm still learning. And whatever support you offer, it helps me feel that my experiences, my life experiences, has been worth it. my life experiences has brought me to my true calling, and I like to feel that I belong to a community of people who are happy to share their own experiences, because we're all here to help, because we can all struggle. And yeah, thank you, I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all your comments, thank you for all your likes, and I will see you on the next one. So God bless, have a lovely day, bye.